Hello everyone, this is Norlen Oligosarma, licensed immigration consultant. I would like to call someone who's actually who experienced how to go get on the flag pulling. So right now I'm on live, but boses lang niya ang kailangan niya nating marinig, but she wants to share yung kanyang naging experience when she went for flag pulling. So let's see kung sasagot siya. Baka tulog na. I hope not. So while waiting for it, hi everyone. Hi, it's Norlene. Ate Norlene, kumusta?
Okay lang po.
Sobrang busy ha. I believe okay. So actually naka-record ka. Okay? So because I wanted to share, that's why I don't want to name you. I don't want to identify you, but at least alam natin na tourist visa holder ka and you came here as a tourist. Yeah. And so tell me kung ano yung journey mo when you went for flag pulling, and siguro start mo na rin anyway, whatever you wanna say, just to, you know what, the reason why is that to inspire people and at the same time to guide them, kasi ang daming mga iba dyan na they say things, lalo na yung nagkukunwaring consultant, nagkukunwaring agency, na hindi naman nila alam yung kanilang pinaggagawa. And that's the reason why I'm wasting my time. But actually, I don't waste my time. But that's the reason why I'm sharing this very beautiful story sa kagaya mo. So tell me, anong journey mo? Whatever you wanna share, please tell me. Story sa kagaya mo. So tell me, anong journey mo? Whatever you wanna share, please tell me.
Hello po.
Hi.
Hi, good evening po.
Good evening.
Nakakatakot yung experience, pero I mean, it's a combination po ng kaba, excitement,
I believe you were praying a lot.
Super po.
Kung pwede lang na naka two folded hands ka going inside the doon sa CBSA office, gawin mo yun na naka-kneel ka para lang ma-overcome mo yung nervous mo. Okay? Okay, go ahead.
Opo, Miss Norilyn. Pagpunta namin ng in-law ko, dala na, sinicure, chinek triple times yung mga documents na dadali namin pagdating sa traveler in, dinouble check again, making sure na lahat naka-intact, naka-arrange properly, and then dalawa kami pumunta doon. Tapos nandun na kami sa border ng Canada. Yun, may sa gitna, in between ng bridge ng US at Canada.
Yeah.
May parang may nakita kami na pabalik na from US border na
Okay.
Alam na silaw ko na Pinoy yun. Tapos sinabi niya, uy, may puting papel na bitbit. So, as in, binilisan ng naglakad, di sinundan ko na din siya na pumunta ng kasi yung expected was, marami nang nakaantay na nagpipila rin. So, nagmamadali kami pumunta ng US border. Tapos, ayun, pagpasok namin, tinanong kung, ano ba yung gagawin namin. Tapos, buti na lang, tumabi rin yung in-law ko. Sabi niya...
Hold on. Yung in-law mo, siya ba employer mo?
Opo.
Employer, okay. Okay, tumabi siya.
Yes, sabi niya, we're going to do the flag polling. Tapos, sabi ng officer, are you sure that you have an appointment with the immigration? Sabi niya, we will just do the walk-in. Then, sabi ng officer, that's up to you. Perhaps you're gonna get back to get another flagpole form, something like that. Parang, nagdi-discourage, but then all the same, sabi ng ilo ko, just go, we will do the walk-in. Yun lang. Hindi pinanghinaan ng loob. So, nilagyan ng time. Yung yung pagkuha ng form, it's 11:03. Tapos, dali-dali din kami na lumabas hanggang, gusto sana na magpa-picture sa Niagara, pero wala na. Tapusin na lang para, so yun, ayun na. Tapos, may sumusunod na naman. So, kami, dali-dali rin kami na nakarating na sa border ng Canada. At saka, yun na, nag-antay na kami. So, ikatatlo ako sa linya. So, yun. Hanggang doon na yan. Tapos, sunod-sunod na yun na dumating yung ibang mga aplikante, ma'am. Tapos, yung nauna is Pinoy. Tapos, isa kung ano yung lahi. Then, number 3 ako. And then, after, yung isa is parang line cook yung inaplayan. And then, yung isa, yung isa was Pinoy also. Yung kanyang inaplayan was parang HR. So, sabi ko, feeling ko, sabi ko sa in-law ko, parang tagilid tayo dito kasi ako, tourist na, caregiver pa yung inaplayan. Parang sabi ko, tayo.
Galing,
Sige lang. Stay positive, tapos focus lang, wag mo wala ng pag-asa. Yun lang yung sabi ng in-law ko. At saka yung iniisip ko din po na go ahead lang, be positive. God is good all the time. Then all the time, God is good. Yun sabi ko. So, and then, nag-aantay na hanggang mag-alas. Sabi ko, Miss Norilyn, ang lamig! Tapos yung dala ko lang sa jacket na sinusuot ko, although na tatlo yung, tatlo yung suot ko na damit, tapos pang fall na jacket, tapos yung suot ko din ng pantalon, parang tatlo din yung sinuot ko para hindi, ang lamig pa rin kasi parang 7 daw.
Oh my goodness, that's cold. Okay.
So ayun, sabi ko, uwi ka na lang, take a rest para magpa-breastfeed ka sa anak mo, and then just go back later. Sabi niya, ano ba yung dadalhin ko? Sige, dalan mo na lang ng anything, So, okay, ayun. Nakauwi siya, and then nag-antay kami. Tapos yung isang Pinay na number 1, yun, nagkwentuhan kami. Tapos, positive din siya na nagsimba din siya, lahat sabi niya, sinurrender lahat sa kay Lord.
Of course, yes.
Lahat positive, basta sinurrender lahat. So ayun, ako din on my end, habang nag-aantay, yung dala-dala ko from pag-alis namin dito ng bahay was, meron ako sa left side ko, honestly, rosary, Lord of Pardon, and yung binigay sa akin ng mamangkin ko na chewing gum.
Okay, makes sense. Okay.
Tapos, nilagay ko yung isang coin sa, ewan ko, parang superstitious belief, pero all the same, para hindi lang ako kabahan, is nilagay ko yun sa, sa shoes ko. So, ayun.
Ano yun? Pakiulit mo nga, maybe I wanna do that? Parang kinakabahan pa rin ako, no? Pero I don't think so.
Basta ako, hindi ko na-feel na kinabahan. Never ko na-feel na kinabahan. Basta pag alis namin, yun, sabi ko, God is good all the time God is good. And we're looking forward for a positive result. No matter what happens, sabi ko sa in-law ko, maski siya, sabi niya, go pa rin. Parang ganun din yung outlook na. So, ayun, hanggang nag-antay kami ng ilang oras kasi 11, ang tagal na.
That was yesterday, right?
Yes po.
Yeah, okay.
Kahit hindi ka ang lamig, gusto mo nang matulog, pero hindi ka kasi ang sobrang lamig. Tapos, yung saddest part, saddest or ano ba yun, nakakatawa. Ihing-ihi ka na po kasi ang lamig, sa sobrang lamig. Tapos ako, iniinda ko lang yung parang wiwi ka na talaga. Pero sabi ko, kaya ko to kasi walang alisan ng area. Yung sabi ko, ihing-ihi na ako. Pero sabi ng number 1 na applicant, kausapin mo na yung officer na baka pwede kang umihi doon. And nung second attempt niya na pumunta, second sabi niya na sa akin na punta ka na para makaihi ka. Yun, na tumayo na ako at sinabi ko yun sa officer. So, wala daw. So, balik na naman. Ininda din yung, wiwing-wiwi ka na talaga hanggang ang dami ng nakalinya ng mga applicants. So, kami doon nakalinya lang. Alam na, kasi yung may nagsabi na twice na nag-apply, kumbaga bumalik lang sila ulit second time kasi parang hindi daw sila umabot sa cut-off. Kasi
yeah, may oras. Pang umaga lang yata, hanggang 11 lang yata.
Hindi, yung time was 8 o'clock in the morning mag-open sila. Pero yung dapat lang na i-accommodate daw was only 10. So, ayun, hinilang na namin lahat. Okay, hanggang may tumating na. Tapos, ayun, so alam na kung sino. Yung si number 6, na babae, Diyos mio, hindi umalis sa pwesto. Doon sa pintuan ng border ng Canada, hindi siya talaga, doon lang siya naglalakad. Hanggang kinaumagahan, dyan lang siya nakapwesto sa harapan ng pintuan. Pero kami, kasi yung mga second applicant, sabi niya, dito tayo pupwesto kasi dito, sabi ng officer, mag-fall in line. Yun yung kasi hindi sila gusto na doon malapit sa pintuan or sa daanan ng mga ng aplikante papunta sa pintuan. So kami naman okay lang. Pero nung dumating yung in-law ko, around, I don't know kung...
In-law mo employer?
Yung employer ko, nakita niya ako, nanginginig na, parang sabi niya, parang kaawang-awa daw yung tsura ko.
Okay.
Na nga, yun. Tsaka yung iba, nakatulog na. Buti naman, yung iba may dala na ng mga kumot, tsaka protection.
Okay, hold on. Ibig sabihin, anong oras ka pumunta sa border?
Dumating kami doon kasi mga around 10 something. So,
10 a.m.?
Oo. Okay. Basta dumating, 10 p.m.? Oo, parang ganun, Miss Norlene. Kasi pagdating namin sa border ng US, 11:03 yung nakamark.
11:03, okay.
Sa US border. Basta dun sa US border na yun, tinatakan. Yun. Tapos, may nauna pa. So, mas earlier pa sila. Mga around 10 sila siguro dumating or 10:30 something. So, yun. Hanggang kinaumagahan na. Ang dami na nagsidatingan. Iba-iba. Then, pero kami...
Hold on. Ibig sabihin yung 10 p.m. yun?
Oo, may nauna na. Kasi nga yun yung Pinoy.
Oh, wow. So, gabi kayong pumunta?
Opo.
Wow, okay. And then, natulog na kayo doon?
Doon na natulog sa gilid ng pader ng border ng Canada.
Aha. Okay, my goodness. Okay, tapos wala kang sweater, wala kang blanket.
Walang blanket, nakapang-fall na jacket lang ako.
Are you okay right now? Are you okay? Hindi ka naman sinipon?
Konti lang po, pero kaya.
Okay, kaya yan. May ohip ka na eventually. Okay, I wanna know, ano yung mga documents na dinala mo? Nakapag-English exam ka ba?
Opo.
Okay.
Kumpleto lahat. May WES, may IELTS, tapos naka-medical. Kumpleto lahat kasi lahat pinadala ko. Sa Pilipinas yung mga documents ko. After na nakarating na ako dito.
Nag-ano ka rin ba? Nag-fill up ka rin ba ng IMM 1295 or whatever application for work permit?
Wala po.
Okay. So yung mga documents lang na needed, walang form.
Wala.
Okay,
Tapos,
how about family information?
Wala rin po.
Okay. So walang IMM, nothing. Okay.
Wala.
Okay.
Basta yung prinisinta lang namin ng in-law ko was yung job offer, EMEA, yung WES, IELTS, medical, transcript of records,
okay.
certificate of employment, parang recommendation
letter.
Ano
bang profession mo sa Pilipinas?
Teacher po. Kindergarten.
Teacher. Okay, good. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, positive. Okay, tapos, ilang taon ka na if you don't mind?
44.
Oh, huwag mo sabihing matanda ka. Don't say that. Otherwise, mas matanda ako sa'yo. Okay, so bata ka pa. Okay. Alright, so may pamilya ka ba sa Pilipinas?
Opo, ma'am. May isang anak, tapos yung asawa.
Akala ko ilan ang asawa mo.
Pwede nang dagdagan.
I'm just kidding. How about kailan ka dumating dito sa Canada?
Exactly August 1 po.
August 1, 2023. And you were maintaining your status, tama?
Yes po, with the help of my in-law po and my brother.
Of course, yes. And then, nilakad yung LMIA as a caregiver, as a nanny, tama? LMIA na nanny. 'Di ba ang sabi nila, 'di ba ang rule is, sinabi ko sa inyo when you came for my consultation na ang rule is that sabi nila hindi i-return ang LMIA kapag ka nanny or caregiver, tama?
Tama.
Okay, and then hindi tayo naniwala doon, right? Yun ang lagi kong sinasabi sa lahat, na it is true na LMIA nanny at caregiver. The reason, actually sa akin ang analysis ko lang sa immigration, the reason is that hindi nga na-update yung system nila or kung anong gut feeling ng officer na pupuntahan nyo sa border. But you know what I noticed? Na hindi lang kayo ang na-approvean ngayon ng flag pulling. Di ba sabi nila noon, hindi na pwede ang flag pulling, you will gonna be actually barred, you're gonna be sent home, you're gonna be sent home. Ano pa ba yung mga pananakot? Pero you know what? Tama yung ginawa nyo. Na ganyan ako actually we're the same. Na take a chance, take advantage of whatever the opportunity or open door, and then let it, bahala na si Lord na mag-decide kung para sa atin o hindi. So, nung nakuha mo yung during the interview, tell me.
Mas parang sa battle yung employer ko. Matapang. Kasi si number 6 ayaw nga umalis doon sa linya. Okay. So, nung 8 a.m. na binuksan na yung gate na siguro parang pinapasok na siya. Yung isa sa mga aplikante na lalaki na sa number is 6 or 8 na something. Number 8 na mga lalaki na parang sa atin, Miss Nordy, ayan, pumasok na siya yung nasa nauna. Yung employer sa totoo lang na hilo ko, parang si Karate Queen na pumasok agad. Pinasok yung pintuan ng officer.
Good.
Sabi niya, excuse me, Miss Officer, but parang yung kwento na, hindi siya yung nauna, the one that is in the first line, are fourth in line on the other line. So, yun.
Lakas ng loob. Very good. Mayroon palang Gabriela, sige lang.
Nabuhay doon si Niagara.
Kailangan. Okay. Naghihirap pa naman kayo. Imagine, overnight kayo nandun. My goodness, okay?
Kasi ayaw niyo talaga nung parang, you're taking, parang sa Ilonggo, parang namiminta, ganito. Parang, ewan ko.
Taking advantage yung situation. Right? Tama.
So, kasi, tinawag na siguro ng officer, but then pumasok talaga siya and clarified all the things. Sabi niya, it's not right para you will go first when there were other falling in line na from one, waiting for them to be called or waiting to na papasok. So yun nga, tapos sinabihan daw siya ng officer na sinungaling, liar. Tapos pinalabas siya yung number 6. Tapos ayun, si number 1 hanggang si number 5 nag-fall in line na. Kasi yung parang nag-twist yung ng day na yun, instead of number 10, naging 5 na lang daw yung win. So, yun. Nung time na namin na pumasok na kami sa security officer ng border, yun, humingi na, parang sinabi rin ng in-law ko na asking for forgiveness na she did that. In the first place, sinamahan lang ako ng employer ko, but all the same, she wanted to do what is right for everybody. na nagfo-fall in line. And then, sabi nga ng officer niya, parang yung sinabi daw na, well, sad to say, parang hindi daw systematic din yung system. So, it's really good na she fought for it, na somebody spoke, nag-speak up para lang for the sake of everybody. So yun, nung nakapasok na kami, pumunta na kami ng sa immigration officer na
na tumatanggap sa inyo, tama?
Yes po, oo. Okay. And then we submitted po, yun, nung tinawag, yun ng time na for interview, si number 1, ubo, kinabahan, walang ganon. So, kasi ang nag-interview sa kanya lalaki, edi okay lang. Tapos,
bakit lalaki? Mas okay ba? Okay.
Okay din kasi parang gentle yung mukha, pero sabi niya, kakatakot na kabang-kaba siya. Tapos si number 2, kasi yung si number 2 parang nurse ata, yun yung in-applyan din. So ayun din. Nung amin na, I never thought na yung officer na yun, parang akala ko, okay. Aba! Sinamahan ako ng employer ko. Sabi ko, sana wag ka na lang sumama. Baka parang ano ba yun? Parang baka hindi ma-aprobahan, para maano. But then, sabi niya, no, sasamahan ako. If pauupuin ako, then babalik ako uupo. Pero no, I will be with you. Ganon. So, yun, nagpa-boost ng sa akin, ma'am. So,
yun. Okay, tapos?
Tinawag na, parang na out of words ang sinabi ng officer. What are you here for? Pak!
My gosh. Okay.
Wala nang what are you here for?
Ano sabi mo? Para tuloy akong, parang you're bringing us into that place, Okay, sige, go ahead.
Ma'am, nautal ako.
Okay.
I'm here for, parang nawala, out of words. Yeah. Sabi yung employer ko, caregiver. I'm applying for work permit for caregiver. And then, yun, nagsalita na siya. Sinabi sa employer na I am Nestle. Sorry.
It's okay. Maraming kapangalan. Okay, go ahead.
I am the employer. I'm here to be with my ano yan? Diyos ko, patagalo, darling. Employer. I'm here to be with her. Parang ganon. So, atake agad yung officer, ma'am. Sabi niya, what is your job? Sabi niya. Then, sinabi niya din, how much do you earn?
Oh my gosh. So, parang ipinagkanulo din ng employer ang sarili niya doon. Okay, go ahead.
Wala naman akong kaba, ma'am, kasi alam ko, matapang din to.
Okay.
So, fighting spirit kasi sabi niya, sasamahan niya daw ako. Parang sobra sa mag-asawa. So, take and tip, samahan ako para basta bigyan ng pagkakataon daw na ma-lay down lahat ng mga cards na gusto niya malaman. Yun. So, yun na yung nangyari. Parang ginisa sa mantika kami.
Dalawa kayo,
Dalawa kami, oo.
Okay.
Ano trabaho mo? Ano yung earnings mo? Ano yung trabaho ng husband mo? Magkano yung earnings niyo?
Wow.
Grabe. Parang parang pinapakita sa akin na so ako, sa gilid lang na, sa tabi lang ng employer ko, parang kinig, Diyos ko, Lord my God, give us strength. Sabi ko, yun. Tapos, pinaupo siya.
Okay.
And then ako na naman yung tinanong.
Oh my gosh, ikaw na, okay.
Ay, prior yan, ma'am. Tinanong ako, what are the documents that you brought? So, lahat, yan, parang nilagyan ng paper clip, nakalagay sa paper nakalagay doon, things needed for, parang naka-segregate, yung mga documents like WES, medical, parang basta lahat na for education, mga transcript ko, diploma. Tama, no? Tapos yung sa West din, IELTS, ano pa yun, first aid something certificate. Tapos yung sa kanila din, a job offer pa, Lamina.
Not
Contract. Yung contract pa.
May contract job. Tapos yung sa kanila, it was yung notice of assessment. So, kanilang dalawa yun. Birth certificate din ng
baby. Okay.
Baby, dalawang bata, tsaka kanila. Lahat. So yun, sabi niya, babalikan ulit. So, ayun na.
Oh my God.
So, hindi kami sinabay na in-interview one at a time. Sabi ko, Diyos ko, ano na to? Nang parang, ano na to, battle to defend ourselves. Kung yung naisip namin, ma'am, na kung magja-jive ba yung mga sagot namin na dalawa.
Wow.
Na. So, yun, pagtanong sa akin, yun, tinanong, sino nag-aalaga ng bata mo? Since ang asawa ko is nasa trabaho din. So sabi ko, what are your family ties? Parang ganon.
Yeah.
So sabi ko, yung anak ko tsaka yung husband ko are staying in one house with my father and my sister also. Yun. So, and then, sabi ko, and malapit lang naman yung yung tinatrabuhan ng mister ko sa sa bahay ng tatay ko, which is 20 minutes or 25 minutes. Motorcycle lang po kasi militar po siya. So, yun. Parang siguro nag-wonder siya, paano mababantayan nga ng military yung anak? Parang ganon. Siguro yun lang yung strong family ties na Tapos, ayun, ano pa, the one that you are earning, sabi niya, is it more compensated here or back in your...
Wow, what a question. Okay.
Kaya nga, sabi ko, of course, dito po, parang of course, it is more compensated here. Tapos, ayun, si Naslin na naman.
Okay.
Yun, tinanong din naman siya. Hindi ko naman alam yun po. So, again, pagtanong sa kanya, mga questions na hindi ko alam na, Diyos ko, na-blanco na ako. And then, all of a sudden naman, tinanong na naman ako. Parang salina, hindi ko alam kung mga questions. Kasi parang pagtapos ko, hindi na ako makapag-share sa employer ko kung ano yung tinanong sa akin. And then there was a question na para ano ba yun anong question sa'yo ka? Parang sumigaw ng pangalan.
She's asking what agency they do.
What was the agency that we use?
Okay.
Ay ako, wala akong kamuwang-muwang sa pangalan ng agency. Parang inuriyan talaga ako ng kapatid ko tsaka ng in-law ko na it's we na sabi, my employer and my brother did this, but really don't have the idea exactly that agency, if it is a third party, because she was asking if, do you happen to know this agency? Is this a third party? Paid for it? And then, since wala akong masagot, Ma'am Nor, sumigaw talaga yung officer. Pangalan, bang! Tapos, yun.
Wow.
As matunog talaga yung ang tinig ng boses super strong na siguro sa buong hall. Rinig na rinig.
Oh my goodness.
Tumayo din and then in-explain niya in a nice way. Which was, okay talaga yun kasi in-explain niya na that is between the employer and the agency.
It's the right of the employer to get the LMIA and the employee doesn't know anything about the agency. It's the right of the employee to get the work permit, not the LMIA.
So yun, ayun.
Yeah,
so, siguro,
tama yun. Legality, ang ESDC, ang ina-assess is employer. Ang nagbabayad lahat ng expenses in terms of LMIA should be employer. Then, pag work permit lang, legally, it should be the employee. Ganun yun. Tama yun.
So, yun. Ano po yung mga questions? Ang dami pa, ma'am. Hindi ko na
Talaga? Grabe. Actually, during this process, when they were interviewing you, sa totoo lang, alam na natin na they're giving you a shot. kasi hindi ka na nila i-entertain, hindi ibabalik na kaagad yung mga documents even without reading or without even talking to you kasi alam na nila yung rule. Pagkakita dun sa LMIA, it's a nanny, that's a no-no, then returning it, go home. Things like that. You have to hindi na piniprocess dito sa loob ng Canada. At the same time, ang caregiver, LMIA, is hindi na pwede. Yun ang rule. But they give you a shot kasi inaano kayo talagang nagdidig sila ng more information about you and eto pa nagdig na siya kay employer. So that's kumbaga something that they're trying to give you a shot talaga at that time. And do you think ano yung pinaka main highlight kung bakit ka na-approvean?
In the first place po, hello po.
Yeah, hi.
In the first place po, nung pumunta po siya ng 11 o'clock ng gabi, pumunta po kami sa officer, lalaking officer po. Tapos nagtanong siya, what are you here for? Tapos sabi namin, we are trying to do flag polling. And nagtanong po siya, ano po yung work permit? Work permit for caregiver. Tapos sabi niya, in the first place, as an employer, you have done your research. Dapat nag-research ka that yung caregiver, hindi basta-basta binibigay sa port of entry. Which is, naiintindihan ko naman po, ganun yung rule. Caregiver, hindi po pwede sa port of entry. Pero sabi namin, we're just trying our luck because since nandun na lang din naman kami and sabi namin na may positive LMIA naman, mag-a-apply lang ng work permit. Parang feeling ko po, iba-iba po yung opinion ng mga officer po.
Yeah.
So, nung gabi po, sabi niya, hindi pwede. Port of entry, yung caregiver. So, okay, pumila pa din po siya. And in the morning naman po, tinanong na naman ulit namin. Sabi namin, before pa po ng start nila ng mag-open ng 8 o'clock, tapos sabi niya, yung binibigyan lang po ngayong araw is yung may request na approve work permit na sila. So, bibigyan na lang sila ng work permit. Pupunta lang sila sa border. So, parang pre-approved na sila. So, yun lang kukunin nila. Tapos sabi namin, we'll try our luck pa din po.
Wow!
Here comes 8 o'clock po. So, pumila na din kami. Sabi ko kay ate, wag mong babanggitin yung word na caregiver muna. Sasabihin mo lang.
Ang galing Parang ikaw ang consultant Okay, go ahead.
Sasabihin mo lang, we have a positive MIA applying for work permit para sa screening pa lang, papasok na kami. So, di-defend na lang namin yung sarili namin pag nasa kiosk.
Yeah.
So, sa parang information desk sinabi, kasi first 5 lang kukunin nila So, sabi namin, we have positive LMIA applying for work permit. So, hindi kami nagbanggit ng caregiver kasi ayaw namin na doon pa lang pakauwiin na kami. Yeah. So, binigyan kami ng yellow paper tapos pumunta na kami doon sa mismong parang hall ng CBSA. Tapos yun po, doon na po binigay lahat ng mga requirements po. May tanong din po kasi kay ate. Parang same question po yung sa akin tsaka sa kanya. Pero hindi kami sabay na tinanong. Yung naalala po namin is tinanong kami kung may bank account. Tinanong din po pala sa akin as an employer, saan ka nagtatrabaho, magkano yung sahod mo. Tapos sabi ko, if you want, here's my notice of assessment. Parang every time na magtatanong siya, dapat bibigyan mo siya ng proof. Like, how much do you earn? Here is our notice of assessment. You can check. Ganyan. Ganito yung income namin. Ganyan. Tapos, may tanong din kay ate. Yung nagpaano talaga sa akin, yung tinanong siya na, aalagaan mo yung mga anak nila. Sino mag-aalaga sa mga anak mo?
Wow, tricky. Okay.
Parang ganun po. Tapos sabi niya, yung mga family member, yung mga ganon, yung mga nagsponsor na ganon, parang prone sa exploitation. So, ganon yung inaano nila na parang pinuprove nila na valid to yung as an employer po, tinanong din po ako, sabi, magkano yung yung income nyo per month. Tapos, sinabi ko din yung income namin per month. Tapos, sabi ko, if you want, I can open my pay stub. Sabi ko, ganun. So, sabi niya, oh, no need. I just need an estimate. Tapos, tinanong din po ako, like monthly expenses, magkano na pupunta sa utilities, magkano na pupunta. Siguro, gusto lang nilang i-prove na may natitira pa income mo na papasahod mo sa kanya. Parang ganun po.
Okay. So anyway, you have more than enough naman. Wow. Okay.
Another question din po. So parehas po yung question. Like at the end na po, tinanong po si ate. Paano ka papasahuran nila? Cash or deposit sa bank?
Yun yung sinabi sa akin ni Arlene. Question muna sa akin, how are they going to pay you? Is it by cash or by by bank? So sabi ko, we had are you going to are you referring if you will give me a work permit? Yes, if I'm gonna give you a work permit today, how are they going to pay you? Is it by cash? As in straightforward na parang firm talaga yung bosses niya. Yun. So sabi ko, we had agreed that they're gonna pay me by bank. I'm gonna they're gonna open me a bank account under my name, and yun, they will deposit it in my bank. Same question din na sinod sa kanya.
Magkahiwalay kaming in interview. So same question. Parehas lang kami ng sagot. Sabi namin, by bank. Ito sabi namin, of course by bank. But she cannot open a bank account if you don't approve her work permit. If you didn't give her work permit, she cannot apply for SIN. Parang pinoprove niya na wala kang bank account.
Yeah.
And nagkasundo yung parang sahodan namin. And yung mga ganon. Tapos,
tinanong niya din ako, are you comfortable with the amount that you are going to receive? This is the amount that you're going to receive per hour. And then she computed that to me lahat po. This is what you're going to pay, you're going to receive at the end of the month. Parang ganon. Are you with that? Do you have your own room? Sabi ko, so lahat sinabi ko din na meron. Because sabi niya sa akin, yun yung parang nagpapa-discourage talaga. Sabi niya, because most of the family members that are, parang yung point niya was, na-abuse yung mga family members na hina-hire. Sabi ko, we do have a comfortable and peaceful, yung companionship po sa loob ng bahay. So, lahat positive, hindi naman ako, doon. So, yun talaga ang niya kasi siguro on her part, hindi niya siguro gusto na parang ma-abuse lang ako, kesyo family members, parang gano'n po, ma'am. So, yun, yun na lang lahat-lahat.
Yun na lang lahat. Ang galing. And then after that, nung in-interview kayo, after nung parang beauty contest yung interview after that, binigay na yung nyo, yung hinand na yung sinabi ba nila na, okay, I'm giving you the work permit today?
Hindi. Yung antay namin dalawa, Lord.
Tinanong din niya pala kung sino yung mag-aasikaso ng pagbabayad ng like tinanong niya ako kung sinong person na mag-aasikaso na. Sabi ko, meron akong tax lawyer na nag-aasikaso ng mga accounts namin. Mga payroll, tsaka mga EI, benefits, kasi wala akong idea doon.
Isa din po, ma'am, tinanong din ako. Sabi niya, if you are going to take care of their children, how are you going to go out? Let's say, for example, are you going to take it out from your pocket? Sabi niya. Sabi ko, hindi. They're gonna give me for the expenses if ever lalabas kami ng mga bata. Parang ganon yung sinabi ko. Kasi that is what they want. And ever since,
dapat lang.
Tama. Ngayon, nothing will be coming out from my pocket, and whatever salary I will receive, I'm gonna receive that na buo. Sabi ko parang ganon. Sa English yun. Yun.
Sa English yun. I believe, you know what, with the way you sounded, guys, you are very well versed, sa totoo lang. And at the same time, your English is really amazing. So it's really beautiful. The way you speak, I can tell. You're very well versed, and your English is really perfectly, something that Canadian or a CBSA can accept. So hindi sila napis doon dahil magaling kayo sa pananalita. So
at the same time siguro, ma'am, naging honest lang talaga kami. Lahat ng mga questions, yun talaga yung tapos, ma'am, basta ako, yung sabi ng kamay ko, nakahawak talaga sa cross ni Jesus, saka yung pardon talaga, promise, yun talaga yung sandata ko lang. Tapos, it took us some time to receive pa ng confirmation, kasi yung last na tinawag, ikaw na, si Nes, na tinawag talaga, tapos matagal pa, tapos hindi ko na-notice, na nagbayad na siya pala sa cashier. Sabi ko natagalan. Hindi ko alam.
See?
Baka so bumalik na sinas, hindi ko alam bakit ang tagal ng ang tagal. So, nung sinabi niya na nagbayad na siya, sabi ko, masaya ka na. And then siya, abot hanggang tenga yung tawa, yung smile. Kasi, yun, sa feeling na na-overcome talaga ng lahat ng mga obstacles na question ng officer ko.
Yeah, amazing. At saka eto pa guys, this is a PR pathway. Ibig sabihin, magiging permanent resident ka after you work for 6 months.
I love you!
Saan ka nagsabi ng I love you? Sa in-law mo, sa employer mo.
Hindi ako nag-I love you pa sa employer ko. Pero,
you should.
Actually, ma'am, pagtawag niya ng pangalan ko, sabi niya, please verify all the details in your work permit application. Sinabi niya lahat, from 1 to number 6, sinabi niya lahat, and then hinand over sa akin yung form, tapos inasa ko rin, chinek lahat ng pangalan.
So, ibig sabihin, nung ini-interview ka, nag-fill up na siya ng form?
I'm not sure kung...
sa computer. Is it?
Siguro, hindi ko alam. Okay. Basta, yung last na tinawag ako, na about to give na the work permit, yun, tinawag ako, tapos lahat
hindi ka nagsisigaw doon.
Hindi, pagka-receive ko, ma'am, na everything was really okay na from the spelling of the names,
alam mo na ibibigay.
Lahat. So, nakangiti na ako. Tapos, nang na-hand in, sabi niya, please check if all of the inputs are correct so that I could confirm.
Oh my gosh.
Then, siyempre ako, hindi naman ako nakangiti ng todo-todo. Ayun. Yes, officer. Everything is correct. Yun. Yeah, just wait. Okay. So, sabi niya, nang hinand over na, thank you, officer. I love you.
Sinabi mo sa officer yun?
Yes, nun.
Pero alam mo, hindi sila mag-I love you back, right?
No, hindi. Poker face
kasi
talaga.
Poker face talaga, I know. I think that's how they are trained. But you know what, guys? This is the good thing. Okay, I know you've shared this to me, but this is a PR pathway. Ngayon, ikaw, as a worker, you just need to comply with at least minimum of 30 hours a week na magpapasahod. Of course, it's a bank account. Kailangan may pay stub, mayroon kang sinasahod, email money transfer or check. But you know what? Believe me, that 6 months, ang bilis niyan. After 6 months, pag nag-open ang PR pathway, kasama ang buong pamilya mo mag-a-apply ng PR.
Thank you po.
Ang sarap. Ang sarap ng pakiramdam. I believe you guys, this is your milestone. Hindi lang ikaw as a worker, but it is for the whole family, honestly. Kasi, di ba yun ang lagi kong sinasabi sa lahat, family is something that make you stronger in Canada. Kung wala kang family, mahirap talaga. Pero, pag may family talaga, sila ang kakampi mo. Kaya nga, I don't know if I've told you that before na nung sinabi ko na, okay, ikaw na tourist visa dito, kailangan pagtimpla mo ng kape, yung nag-invite sa'yo. I'm not saying na just to make them feel better kasi nga, this is something na whatever we do as, kami yung tumutulong sa mga pinaparating namin na kagaya mo. But you know, whatever we do, it is not easy, honestly. Ako namamayat ako sa kakatulong, but at the end of the day, no, but I'm happy. Kasi pag nakikita ko sila na they're really successful at saka doing great, alam mo yung you're tapping yourself secretly na, you know, your shoulder kasi you did something sa sa buhay ng isang tao, and that is not only one person. For you as employer, I really commend you for that. I salute you guys for supporting your family. Kasi nga, kung wala kayo, I'm sure it will gonna be a difficult journey dun sa employee. Kasi nga, ang hirap, mapapariwara pa sila, mapupunta sila sa agency, magtitinda ng LMIA, hindi pa nag-workout, yung mga yun. But for you, because you have family, naprotektahan ka doon. You were protected because of the family. So, you became stronger. Imagine, pumunta kayong dalawa kung tutuusin. As an employer, takot ako. Parang ganon, bahala ka na dyan. Pag napasa mo o whatever, then it's all up to you. But it happened for a reason. And eto na yung start ng buhay mo na you're work permit holder now, and then at the end makukuha mo yung pamilya mo, then I'm sure ikaw naman magbabalik ka yung kindness na nakuha mo sa family mo na nandito, going back to other people. Isn't it amazing, guys? You did something great. Wow.
Sabi ko nga, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good talaga. Yeah. And one more thing siguro, we would like to say thank you as well, Miss Norilyn, kasi you were the person, tama, na who pushed us na go through. Talagang wala na. Nung Lunes nagkausap, and then Martes nag-decide. Lahat, punta na ng border doon sa...
Nakakaiyak. Tingnan mo, napapaiyak pa rin ako.
I promise, totoo yan, Miss Norilyn. Kahit tanungin mo siya na, ikaw lang talaga yung instrumento na nag-push sa amin to pursue and parang
be positive, right? Despite of the negativities, despite of all this, discouragement. I think nakuha nyo yata yung lakas ng aking yung parang, alam mo yung go for it. Alam mo, kaya nga nung nandun kayo, yung sinasabi nyo yung story nyo, parang ako yun ah. But, yun naman talaga ang buhay, di ba? You have to push yourself.
Po, if I may add din po, marami na po siya kasing discouragement din po. In the first place po, before nag-apply din po kami ng HCCP, the same thing din po. Na-withdrawn po yung application because of ministerial po, which expired na po noong June. Tapos iniisip din namin na, mag-housekeeping din. So nag-apply din kami ng housekeeping. So in fact po, may pending po siyang application for housekeeping po. Like,
cancel nyo na yun, ha?
Online, opo. Tapos po, eto po, so tinry pa din namin mag-flag pulling. So part po pala ng question ni officer yon. Tinanong ako as an employer ni officer na, why did you withdraw the same application the last time? Tapos hindi pala siya aware din sa ministerial. So depende pa rin po talaga sa officer. Sabi ko, because of ministerial, we just wanna follow the rules that the tourists cannot apply. Pero in fact po, pinadalhan po kami na withdrawn po yung application namin. Pero parang pinalabas lang namin na nag-follow kami ng rules.
Good.
Tapos,
wow.
Yun po.
Wow, nakakaano. Honestly, right now, I know that I've been advising and giving consultations to a lot. Kaya nga sabi ko nga, alam mo, just to give you also a side note with this situation, ang dami-dami dyan, they want to get a easy advice, easy answer sa kanilang mga questions, clarification. Pero sabi ko sa kanila, how can I guess? How can I give you the right advice? How can I actually encourage you? Kasi sa totoo lang, when I give advice, when I give consultation, I put encouragement with it. I put inspiration with it. Kasi, bakit tayo magbibigay ng negative na advice sa isang tao kung kaya naman nating iput on to the, inspiration at saka encouragement sa isang tao. And I believe that's what I do. I mix it up with inspiration and encouragement to every one of you. Kasi it's not easy. Even you leave your family and coming here, you will gonna be, kumbaga magkalayo kayo ng family nyo, pero you have one goal to be reunited in Canada. And that itself, if I could be able to at least be a part, kahit konting small part lang na maging encouragement ako sa inyo. Yes, you paid me for the consultation, but you know what? I think it is worth it when you do that. I believe, you know what, I was trying to do the $50 a consultation because I wanna cater everyone na hindi kaya. But you know what, a lot of them, they would say, can I just do it one-on-one? Kasi hindi sila satisfied kasi nga kulang. Honestly, I need to review, I need to listen to whatever you have, then I could be able to start telling you kung ano yung tama, kung ano yung options, and that is worth it, guys. $300 na consultation is going to be worth it kung ang taong kausap mo naman is well knowledge in terms of immigration and at the same time experience na lang. I've been doing this. I've been practicing my immigration law almost 8 years na eh. So this is my full-time job. So pag bali-balikarin mo man, I will never give up on you. That's exactly what I am to anybody. Kahit wala na silang status, kahit tourist visa, and nagsabi yung government na wala na, close na, blah, blah, blah. No way, I don't believe that. I believe on what kung ano yung conviction ko, kung ano yung pagkakaalam ko sa law. So, I believe na i-impart ko, and I'm happy. I'm happy at least na impart ko sa inyo. I'm part of that a little bit.
I know, it's not just a little bit, but the encouragement na in-impart mo sa amin talaga, ma'am, was really big for us. And ako, saludo talaga ako sa in-law ko kasi
yes.
In-law tsaka employer ko kasi parang wala ako, hindi siya nakitaan ng low moral, low spirit, wala. Fighting spirit talaga.
Kasi dapat ganun talaga, di ba?
Oo, yun. And then, staying positive lang talaga lahat kami.
But I believe yung employer mo, I will ask her at the back of her mind. She's praying a lot.
Ay, yun. Lahat. Walang sinabihan na pamilya. Except kami lang na tatlo yung nakakaalam na mag-flagpole. Pero yung even yung husband ko, hindi alam na mag-flagpole ako on that certain day.
Wow.
Lahat walang alam. As in, sabi ko lang, please pray for me. Sinabi ko rin sa mga kaibigan ko, please pray for me. Sa lola ko, please pray for me. Yun lang. So, ayun.
Wow.
Positive lang.
Yes, congratulations guys, not only to the worker but also to you as employer and of course as a relative, as a family. So, lagi kong sinasabi sa lahat na yes, it is your family. As what I've said, experience ko rin yan. Pamangkin ko pumuntang tourist. Ayaw na niyang umuwi. I believe I shared that sa lahat. And ayaw na niyang umuwi. To sabi ko, anong gagawin ko? Consultant pa man din ako. And then I've been here and this kid want to actually stay here. So I have to do everything kahit na alam ko na hindi yon. Kasi alam natin yung ministerial process or law na hindi nila ipaprocess ang LMIA na nanny. But we still did it. And if actually yung experience nyo guys, it's my experience too. As an employer, as a consultant, and also as a kamag-anak. So we're the same. We're in the same boat. Actually, ako nga lahat nagbayad eh. But it doesn't matter, that money is nothing compared sa future nila. So I'm happy. Yeah.
And we're happy also.
So yeah, so guys, I know that I've taken your 1 hour and you have baby, but I'm really happy. This is a gem. This is a gold. I will share this to everyone, guys, and I appreciate your time. At the same time, I cannot mention your name, but I really salute you guys, and I release blessings sa inyo sa start ng buhay nung worker at the same time sa family. So enjoy. I believe.
Thank you po. Pwede po din magsabi. So,
yeah, go ahead.
Sa flag polling po, sa Rainbow Bridge po pala kami nag-flag polling. Experience din po ng iba is kailangan po updated. Kahit valid yung LMIA, pabalik-balik po yung iba doon sa pila. Kahit valid yung LMIA, gusto pa din nila yung updated na offer letter kasi or else natawagan pa din nila yung mga employer nyo, and tapos mag-ready po kayo kasi walang washroom doon, or magdala kayo ng mga pagkain. Minsan hindi ka na din kakakain sa kakaba mo, or hindi ka wala kang ihian doon. Meron din po silang mga sleeping bag para iwas lamig. And natutulog po sila doon sa lapag lang po. Para sa lamig po. Tapos po, strict po sila. If sinabi nilang 5 persons lang i-admit, 5 lang talaga. Kahit sabihin mo yung iba doon, may mga anak sila, umiiyak na sa sobrang lamig. Siguro mga 20, 30 silang nakapila doon. Pero pag sinabi nilang 5, wala na talaga silang papasukin pa. So, dapat maaga talaga. Ngayon kasi parang napansin namin, nung pumunta kami ng 11 o'clock, may dalawa na ahead of us. So, kung mas agahan pa nila, yung top 5 na nakapunta, before 12 po siya nakarating doon. So, don't know po kung gabi pa lang kung pipila na. Nag-check-in din po pala kami doon sa Travel Lodge. Walking distance lang siya, 5 to 10 minutes lang po going to the Rainbow Bridge po. And magdala po sila like at least $1. $1 po. Every time papasok po sila doon, may $1 po silang babayaran. So, dapat may coins na po sila. Yun po.
Ano pang masasabi nyo for the last time? Quick lang. Ano masasabi nyo sa mga nakikinig ngayon?
I mean, like, be honest lang po. Wag mawala ng loob. Go for it po. Kung para sa inyo talaga yan. Sabi nga, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen po. So parang ito na po yung time din po namin. Kasi hindi mo akalain. Yung mga officer po, tao lang din po sila. So iba-iba din po sila ng mga opinion. So depende po. Kung para sa inyo po talaga.
Wow. Congratulations ulit, guys. I'm so happy with all of you. Thank you ulit.
Happy din po na mag-share po para ma-inspire din po yung iba. Alam ko po, madaming nagsasabi walang caregiver na ngayon, mag-antay na lang for PR na, direct to PR. Hindi natin alam kung kailan lalabas yung policy, yung instruction na yun. So, might as well itry nyo na lang mag-flag pooling bago kayo uuwi or mag-apply dun sa Pinas. So, wala namang mawawala po.
Yes, correct. That's correct. Thank you guys. I'm so overwhelmed with your kindness sa oras nyo, and congratulations ulit. And anytime guys, you know my number. Pag may question kayo, please advise, okay?
Thank you po.
Thank you, Ms. Norilyn. Thank you
You're welcome. Bye-bye guys. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye. Woo! Nakaka-touch, paano nga ba? Nakaka-touch talaga kasi these people took a consulted with me, and they were so discouraged. Hindi lang naman sila minsan na na-discouraged na in terms of immigration. Marami na silang narinig nyo naman, marami na silang try and maraming discouragement. Super dami talaga. Pero when they spoke to me, as you've heard from them, parang dun sila nagkaroon ng lakas na push sila for them to do the impossible, for them to be the best dun sa moment na yon. So I believe, in life, especially in Canada, kung wala kang lakas ng loob, kung hindi mo kayang sumugal, kung hindi mo kayang ilabas yung confidence mo, kasi kahit na ang dami kasi kararating ng mga tao dito, nahihiya sila. They don't wanna get out from their box. I don't know if they understand what I'm trying to say. Ayaw nilang i-push yung sarili na nila na, hey, I'm a human being. I deserve to be respected. I am a creation of God. Pare-parehas lang tayo na kumakain. Pare-parehas lang tayo na na pinanganak. Things like that. Wala pong... Well, for me as a consultant, I believe I could say na, hindi po madaling maging immigration law specialist. I'm saying that. Hindi po madaling maging Norilyn for whatever position I have, but I can guarantee you, whoever you are out there, tourist visa holder ka man, or cleaner ka man, or wala kang status, you know what? My intention in life and my perception is to let you know na pare-parehas lang tayo. Walang boss, walang manager, to anybody na hinahire ko, mapa-lawyer man, mapa-cleaner man, or mapa-contractor man, or anybody na hinahire ko sa buong buhay ko. I am always not on top. I'm always level sa kanila with respect. Dapat ganun po ang gawin natin sa tao. And that's what I do. When I do consultation, whoever you are, I give the highest respect sa kanila para, the reason why I do that, it's not because I wanted to be proud. It's not because I don't need that. And also, the reason why I do that is that hindi ko alam kung anong pinagdadaanan ng tao na yon. And I wanted to be part of it, na maging encouragement ako sa kanila. I wanted to be part of it, na maging encouragement ako sa kanila. Like what happened right now. Everyone were discouraging them. Etong dalawang ito. Kasi the reason is, ang hawak-hawak is LMIA na nanny, but at the end, ang nangyari is that hindi sila nakinig sa mga discouragement ng government, hindi sila nakinig sa mga discouragement ng ibang tao. And of course, ang pinakinggan nila is yung nararamdaman nila na this is it, nandito ka na sa Canada. So, bakit ka nga ba uuwi? Siguro, when the government will hear what I am saying, nandito ka na sa Canada bakit ka nga ba uuwi? The only way that you can do is that make sure to protect yourself. Huwag kayong pupunta ng agency, okay, na nagtitinda ng LMIA. Don't go to an agency na sinasabi nila na, hey, I have an LMIA, pero wala pa naman pala. And then, make sure na yung hawak-hawak nilang LMIA, nandun yung pangalan nyo. And make sure na makakausap nyo yung employer when you actually pay, before paying money to any agency, and make sure that agency is actually collaborating sa isang immigration consultant. Okay, so everyone, it is not easy inside Canada. Marami pong mga mahirap ang buhay dito sa totoo lang, dahil nabibiktima sila ng mga taong walang pakialam sa kanilang papel. And when you hire a consultant, I'm not saying that you hire me, but when you hire a consultant, and ang consultant na yun, pag hindi niya alam irespeto ang pakiramdam nyo, pag hindi niya alam irespeto kung ano yung communication ninyo, then don't hire this person kahit pa may license sila. Kasi during the time na nakuha na niya yung pera, then wala nang respeto. That's the problem. And then also, I really wish I can give you my secret on how to hire a consultant in public, but I cannot say it kasi nga, syempre, babalik sa akin yung mga taong hindi kagaya ng mga sinasabi kong category or criteria kung paano mag-hire ng consultant. Pero, ito yung hint ko. Make sure na yung consultant na yon is may experience siya sa pagiging immigrant. Kasi maiintindihan niya. Not everybody also, but maiintindihan niya yung isang buhay ng isang immigrant na nagpapakahirap makuha yung permanent residency. Kasi we've gone through all those things, right? So, pero yung mga hindi nila na-experience, believe me, wala silang pakialam. That's what I noticed. So, hindi ko yun ilalagay sa aking, hindi ko yun sasabihin sa public kung sino-sino yung mga criteria na yun, but I think nakuha nyo yung ibig kong sabihin. Right now, this is only exclusively for the flag pulling, guys. Experience, a real experience. Flag pulling, LMIA, nanny, pumunta sila sa border, sa Rainbow Bridge. It is so nice. I appreciate the the employer and the employee who shared with us yung kanilang naging experience. It was not easy, as I can feel. I was like, when they're walking us through with their story and experience, I feel like I don't think na kaya ko yun. I cannot do it. Kasi nga, of course, natulog sila overnight, and then nandun yung lineup, then napakalamig, 7 yung weather. But you know what, at the end, before I end this, at the end of the day, kung malakas yung loob nyo, bakit nga ba hindi malakas yung loob nyo kung ang goal nyo naman is to get that permanent residency eventually? And if you are tourist visa holder here, the only way for you, except for getting married for somebody to be sponsored, is for you to get an LMIA and get that work permit and work for an experience with PR pathway, and then you could be able to bring your family eventually. So I've seen a lot of questions here, guys. Unfortunately, I can't answer But I can definitely ask you if you can email me. Nasa profile ko po yung email ko. If in case may mga question kayo, make it short and brief. Para nang sa ganun po is ma-answeran ko kaagad-agad. And also my email is norelenoligocis@gmail.com. You can email me there your concern, guys. And thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for being with the live. I hope and I really wish that I have more time to actually do this live consultation. Or I believe this one is not a consultation. It is an inspiration to everyone. It is an encouragement to everyone that if you are a temporary resident permit holder inside Canada, especially ang dami pong napapasok na tourist visa holders, ang dami-daming naghahanap ng trabaho. I receive hundreds every day ng mga tumatawag na naghahanap ng trabaho. Trust me. And hindi lang Pilipino po sila. And lahat mga tourists. And so, again, don't give up. Makakahanap din kayo. Especially, tayong mga Pilipino, they like to hire us. They like to offer us LMIA kasi nga, we are hardworking. Madali lang yung kausap. At saka, I believe, maayos tayong, makasama in terms of work. So, everyone, again, thank you. And email me if you want, if you have some questions. And I really hope that you've got, nakakuha kayo ng magandang tip dito. At the same time, again, as what I've said, if you wanna get a consultation with me also, email me one-on-one consultation. And as you can see, the effect at saka yung effectivity ng one-on-one consultation, nakita nyo, they were so discouraged, and when they took my consultation right away, they were pushed and they were encouraged to go and get into a flag pulling situation. And not only flag pulling, they were clear, they understood the program, and also na-clarify lahat kung ano man yung kanilang mga haka-haka or mga hindi na iintindihan. And I was able to clarify all those things, and of course, most of all, to inspire and encourage them. So it is a beautiful story, guys. It is a beautiful sharing sa inyo. I believe that there are non-Filipino followers that I have in the social media, and they're calling me, they're texting me, and also they are emailing me. And be patient, guys, until you catch me. And again, my intention is to give you a non-sugar coated advice, at the same time to inspire everyone and to make sure. I am Norlin Oligo Sarma, licensed immigration consultant, and I've been doing this job for less than 8 years already. So I believe that if you find the right person to get a real consultation, clarification about immigration law in Canada, you are in the right place. And that's me, Norlin Oligo.